Hi, I'm Scott, Machine Gun Dad. Welcome back to my channel. If you watch some of my videos, I've gotten into shooting blue bullets. I think there's some in one of these magazines. And one of the things that I've come into is, what magazine should you get for your PTR, your G3, or your whatever, basically your G3 clones, HK-91 clones. So I have some different options on the table, okay? First of all, I should tell you about the two rifles I have. This is a Portuguese contract original G3. This is a real G3. Of course, it's a post sample. And this is an earlier PTR with a registered trigger pack in it, and I put a rail on it because when the gentleman worked on the front sight, he put it on crooked, and it shoots off to the left, and so it's just easier to shoot with a red dot. Plus, actually, these Sig Romeo red dots are fantastic. So these are the two rifles that we're gonna try some of these mags out in. Now, since we're using blue bullets, we have some restrictions. First of all, beta mags will not use blue bullets. The amount of force required to load a beta mag crushes the side of the plastic case of a blue bullet. So you're not going to see a beta mag run blue bullets. But we'll get to the beta mag in a second. Most of you, yeah, can you tell from Pittsburgh? Most of you are familiar with these three magazines. I'm going to have my son zoom in on them. Alright, the one I'm tapping with my left hand is a Set Me 20. The one in the middle is a G3 aluminum, and the one on the right is a steel G3 magazine. All 20 rounders. These are the ones you'll run into the most. Keep these in mind as I show you the other options. First, if you hunt or you like to shoot off the bench, this is a factory HK. I'll do them 5-round magazine. They were originally with the G3 SG1, and right here by my finger, if we can zoom in on it, and I will roll it back and forth so hopefully you'll be able to see it. You can see a date code and 762x51, so you know that this is a real HK magazine. These are fantastic for hunting. If you're in a state that allows you to hunt with a semi-automatic with a magazine. For target shooting, fantastic. 100% reliable. However, there are a lot of fakes out there where they just cut like American magazines or Pro Mags or whatever down. So you'd really want to look for that little date code right here. Alright? Next magazine that we have, of course, we have the Factory 20, so we're going to skip right back by the Factory 20s and look at some other options. This is an aftermarket 30. As far as aftermarket 30 goes, it's 100% average. I'm going to again have my son zoom in here. You will see that all they did was whatever kind of mag body here, they just welded to make it look like a G3, welded the top on it. It's actually pretty hard compared to most tinny magazines, but the quality just isn't there, plus it's straight. Now, should you buy this? If you can buy them for $5, $10, $15, $20, yeah, they're fun to play with. They are not reliable, not 100% like the 20s are. The next thing you'll see, and I'll hold up for you, which you probably won't see very many of these. As a matter of fact, I don't know of anybody else that even has them. These are factory Set Me extended magazines. They are actually, believe it or not, only 25s. They have a little block in here so you can't load a full 30. However, on one of these, I took the block out, and I think it's 28. Cool, but uber rare and extremely expensive. So for the price of one of these, you could probably get 4 or 5 of these. The last one came from an HK dealer. I've seen these before. I don't know if it was HK USA that made them or not, but this is a quality steel magazine welded onto a steel magazine body. You can see the welds right here. It even has a little bit of a forward cant, so it's almost like a curve. It to me seems almost like HK build quality when you compare it to something like this aftermarket. Again, unfortunately these are expensive. Are they worth the cost? That one's up to you. I'd say no, and I'll tell you why when I close out the video. Next step up from the 30s are the X Products 50 rounders. This will not even fit in my PTR. Not even close. However, with some finagling and wiggling, it will go in the well-worn HK G3 FMP post sample. These seem to run very reliably for me, at least in the G3. However, if you have, most of you aren't going to have a factory gun, you're going to have like a PTR like I have. This may not fit. The last one is the Beta Mag. These magazines are extremely reliable, extremely heavy, extremely ungainly, but they fit in everything. So, what is the point of the video? Well, the point of the video is, are any of these magazines besides these three worth buying? Yes, if you hunt or you like to bench shoot, the 5-round magazine is fantastic. The HK, welded together HK ones are good too. However, they can be too expensive, cost prohibitive. The aftermarket ones, unless they're dirt cheap, don't even bother. And if you find some of the set me extended ones, again, they're going to be expensive. So I don't think they're worth the money. So that brings me to this. Do I recommend this? F no. What's the point of having a magazine that only fits in 1 out of 5 of my guns? This one? Would you buy this? If you got a machine gun, yeah, these are worth having. It's pretty cool to lay down 100 rounds of full auto fire. If you have a semi-automatic, this is a waste of time and money. I can't make your decisions for you, and we're going to run some blue bullets through both these guns at the end of the video, just because you've been patient enough to sit here with me. My advice, buy as many of these as you can. And you will find, at least in the PTRs, all 3 of these will work. This is my least favorite of these 3 because all of these function right. They have a tendency to take dents on the side and they stop working. The HK steel ones are fantastic, but they're usually 3 times the price of the aluminum one, so a good compromise is to set me steel. Either way, we'll be out on the range. Hi, welcome back to range time. Thanks for sitting through the dry overview of the magazines. I'm going to run the magazines with blue bullets. Some will be in this PTR and some will be in the original G3. This is the 5-round HK magazine. Full auto, of course. Five rounds really isn't enough, but in reality this is a semi-auto hunting mag, or sighting in mag. We're going to get some 20s. Hold on. Alright, we got the 20 rounders. I got one in each pocket and one in my hand. They're not all, some of them are a little short on ammo. We just loaded whatever was left in the boxes. This is the aluminum HK mag. One failure to eject on the last round. The set me 20 rounder. Flawless. And I think, yep, the steel G3 mag. Alright, we're going to move to another gun and finish out. This magazine would not fit my PTR nor my buddy's Century. This is an FMP factory gun. It barely fits in it. So I don't know if it's going to work or not. So I'm just going to try to run the whole thing. That was all 50. And to be truthful, that was a hell of a rush. This is the aftermarket 30. I'll try another one. Set me Extendo Magos. Flawless. And these are the welded together steel HK mags. Works perfect. All right. Now you got to see them run. You decide.